I hope you guys put that like on this video, man. Just like y'all did my previous video from yesterday. I swear. All right, this is where I'm going. That's where I'm gonna go right here. This garbage shit. Oh God, fuck. Okay, I'm going through the personal life. Brandy Norwood. It's gotta be her personal life. You know, I'm gonna look into Brandy Norwood, her personal life. What does it say? Other ventures. You know, artistry. You know, and legacy and impact. I'm gonna go straight to the personal life now. I'm going to the personal life right now. Okay, Norwood attended Hollywood High School, but studied with a private tutor. Beginning in the 10th grade in 1996, she had a brief relationship with future LA Lakers player Kobe Bryant, whom she accompanied to his prom at Lower Merion High School. Was it Lower Merion High School in Ardmore, Pennsylvania? It's in Pennsylvania, and then that town is Ardmore. She also dated what's that? Let me get the name. Wanya Morris, the Boyz II Men lead singer, whom she cited as her first love. Morris, who was over 5 years older, reportedly ended their relationship a month before her 19th birthday. Also, during their work on the Never Say Never album, she briefly appeared. She briefly dated uh, ex Bad Boy Entertainment artist Mason Betta, Mason Durrell Betta, who's also known as Mace. Well, it goes by his hip hop mononym, Mace. You know, during the production of her Full Moon album in mid 2001, Norwood became romantically involved with Robert Smith, Big Bird, uh, who they call him. The couple kept the relationship secret until early 2002 when Norwood announced that what she was expecting, her first child. However, a year after the birth of their daughter Sarai Iman Smith, well, same as Robert Smith. Oh, that's his and Brandy's daughter, Sarai Iman Smith. Norwood and Smith separated. This was after the birth of their child. In 2004, Smith revealed that the pair had never legally wed, but that they had pretended to marry to preserve Norwood's public image. Norwood responded that she regarded her relationship with Smith as a spiritual union and true commitment to each other. Though she later confirmed that Smith's statement and justified her actions. Hold on. With the pressure of having to be a role model. By the following year, Norwood had begun a relationship. She had begun a relationship. That's what she was beginning with. Relationship with the NBA guard Quentin Richardson, who was then playing for the LA Clippers uh basketball team. The couple became engaged in July of 2004, but in July 2004 they became engaged. But Norwood wanted to end that relationship, that engagement that started for like 14 months, especially in September of '05. It was reported that Norwood had to get a tattoo of Richardson's face on her back, transform into a cat. In 2010, she briefly dated rapper Flo Rida, the rapper, Flo Rida, whose real name is Tremar Lacelle Dillard. At the end of 2012, Norwood became engaged to music executive Ryan Press. In April 2014, Norwood called off her engagement with the music executive following their breakup earlier that year. Following the release of the album B7, fans speculated on the meaning behind the album's closing track, Bi Bipolar. Whilst Norwood does not have bipolar disorder, according to the notes that the singer wrote to accompany the album Bi Bipolar. It's like a metaphor of her love life and discussing the way that her mental health struggles have been exacerbated by toxic relationships. Relationships are toxic. No one told the New York Post that she what she will say. I have not been diagnosed as bipolar, but I've had moments where trauma has caused me not to be myself, and I felt at a point that I could have experienced moments of that. In an interview with the well, it's a digital television network channel. I think it's called the Griot. That channel has already been in my mini box since last year. In an interview with the Griot, Norwood said, I've dealt with depression in the most severe, like severe depression. I've dealt with trauma. I've dealt with PTSD. I've gone through a lot and I had to overcome a lot. But I had to overcome everything that I overcame by doing the work. That's words. Turning to therapy, prayer, journaling, journaling and meditation. The I-405 collision on December 30th, 2006. This is before New Year's Eve. While driving on the Interstate 405 freeway in LA, Norwood struck a Toyota driven by a 38-year-old Awatef Abudish. What's the name? Awatef Abudihaj. That's the name. Awatef Abudihaj. Yeah, that guy. This person like died. Yeah, this person died from her injuries at the L.A. Providence Holy Cross Medical Center. Law enforcement officials law enforcement officials have later reported that Norwood Norwood was driving her car at 65 miles per hour and did not notice the vehicles ahead of her had slowed considerably. Her vehicle then collided with the rear of Abu Dahaj's, causing the Toyota to strike another vehicle before sliding sideways, and impacting the center divider. As the Toyota came to a stop, it was hit by yet another vehicle. However, a source in the California Highway Patrol, the CHP, later reported that Abu Dahaj actually, like, what's it say? Abu Dahaj? Yeah, she actually struck the car in front of her and then slammed on her brakes before Norwood made contact. The sudden stop caused Norwood to hit Abu Dahaj's car. As confirmed toxicology reports show that Abu Dahaj's, was it Abu Dahaj? Was it Abu Dahaj? Had slight traces of, oh yeah, marijuana. That driver had to be smoking weed. That driver that Brandy had damn near killed had to be on some weed. The 38-year-old driver, I mean, had some driver that driver that Brandy had killed had had some slight traces of weed in her system, probably marijuana. That was in her system. That at the time of the crash. Well, they never see for Brandy. They never arrested her. Nevertheless, there have been multiple lawsuits filed against Brandy for what? All that happened. All the lawsuits have been filed against her for one reason. Oh yeah, it said this. Nevertheless, there have been multiple lawsuits filed against Brandy Norwood, against Brandy Norwood, all of which were ultimately settled out of court by her attorney Ed McPherson. Okay, the parents uh of the deceased driver. It goes by the name of, oh yeah, Awatif Awatef Abudahaj. Her parents have filed her parents filed some sort of a lawsuit, a $50 million wrongful death lawsuit against Brandy Norwood. Initially set to go to trial in April of 2009. The lawsuit was eventually canceled as Norwood had settled out of court with with uh with the victim's parents. The victim's husband had also filed the same lawsuit against Brandy Norwood. That's what he did to Norwood. Abudahaj's husband. So yeah, the victim's parents. She already settled out of court with the victim's parents. And then the victim's husband is also filing a lawsuit against Brandy. I don't know, suing her for what? An undisclosed amount of, what is it? Financial relief to cover medical and funeral expenses, as well as legal costs and other damages. He rejected his part of a 1.2 million dollar settlement. That's what it is. Why would the victim's husband had to reject his part of a 1.2 million dollar settlement offer? It happened in early 2009, but why did he had to settle? Why did that man had to settle in November of that typical year? That typical year. That's stupid. The victim's husband is completely stupid. The son of a bitch sued the lady who killed his wife, and all of a sudden he wants to reject a goddamn 1.2 million dollar settlement offer. That's stupid. But he did settle in November of 2009, I guess. The couple's two children have received $300,000 each. Oh yeah, the victim and her husband had two children, and they received $300,000 each. Okay. While the two other drivers were involved, settled with Norwood for undisclosed amounts. In May 2009, Norwood stated that, what did she say? What did she say? I got to reiterate her voice again. The whole experience did completely change my life, and I can say that I think I'm a better person from it. I still don't understand all of it and why all of it happened, but I definitely have a heart, and my heart goes out to everyone involved. I pray about it every single day, and that's all I can really say on the subject. Okay, that's there. Well, this all her discography. It's all her discography there. Uh, Headlines: opening act one time with Boys to Men. These guys. Film and TV, stage. Uh, we got regional stuff. That's all there. I'm going straight to the. All right. I'm going straight to the. I'm going straight to the other ventures. Norwood had many endorsements. Norwood has had many endorsements in her career in 1999. She became a cover girl. Oh God, I teared up. I teared up trying to read this shit. God damn it. Appearing in a number of commercials. A number of commercials. She also represented the brand's candies in 1998 in DKNY. In the spring of 2000, in the late 1990s, Norwood was represented by Wilhelmina. What's the word? Wilhelmina Agency. That's what it says. Wilhelmina Agency. Yeah, I think that's the name of the agency. It was one of the leading. Was it the one of the what? Leading modeling agencies in the industry. Was in the industry? Oh yeah, it's in 1999. Okay, Mattel is releasing the Brandy doll. Okay, the doll featured Norwood in a reddish orange blouse and orange long skirt. Next to this, the holiday Brandy doll was released in 2000 along with another Brandy doll. Oh God. Millions of dolls were sold, and they were one of the biggest selling toys for the Mattel toy company. Okay, we go into 2005. Brandy became the spokesperson for the name Ultima, that happened to be a company for hair weaves and wigs. As of 2014, she no longer represents them. This is where we're going. The philanthropy is where we're going to. In 1996, the singer Norwood, along with Ray J, created the Norwood Kids Foundation that they had put together. Its goal is to use performing arts as a catalyst to shape the youth of today into self-confident, disciplined, responsible, and caring individuals capable of making a positive impact in their communities. In 1999, Brandy was the first international spokesman person for youth by UNICEF. She is an avid supporter of the Make-A-Wish Foundation and RAINN. In 2000, Brandy donated $100,000 to 2000 Watts, an entertainment community center founded by singer and actor Tyrese Gibson. That's right. Let's put this name up. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson, the guy who played as a Jody on this movie called Baby Boy. In the in the underprivileged community of Watts, Los Angeles, California, Brandy teamed up. Brandy is teaming up with a shoe company that's called Skechers. Nothing compares to family campaign. In 2008, in 2010, Norwood became involved with Get Schooled, a national nonprofit mobile phone calls by celebrities to wake up students for school. That's the only thing they do. A phone call, a nonprofit mobile phone calls by the celebrities to wake up students for school. In 2014, Norwood teams up with the with Text for Baby, which spreads the health and wellness to expecting moms via text message, and became an honorary co-chairman in the 2014 Unstoppable what's it what the Unstoppable Foundation. In 2018, she also appeared in a PSA for the American Heart Association, and hence only for hands only CPR with fellow Chicago the musical cast members. That's philanthropy mixed in. We're going straight into what Brandy's doing. We're going to legacy and impact. Her 1994 debut album Brandy has sold more than 40 million records worldwide, with over 8.62 million albums sold in the U.S. alone. According to the RIAA, Brandy has sold 10.5 million certified units in 2008. In 2008, Billboard ranked her song "The Boy's Mind" on a third on a special, the 40 biggest duets of all time. Listing in 1999, Billboard ranked Norwood among the top 20 of the top pop artists of the 1990s. In 2010, Billboard included Norwood in the top 50 R&B and hip hop artists list of the past 25 years. Norwood was one of the youngest artists nominated for the Grammy Award for Best New Artist. Her second album, Never Say Never, appeared in the top 100 certified albums list by the RIAA. Her vocal stylings had a significant impact on the music industry, most notably with contemporary R&B, pop, and gospel genres, like they call it, genres. She is often subjectively referred to as the vocal Bible. Her work was so influenced. Her work has influenced numerous artists, including the likes of Jessie J, Joanna Novella Levesque. There's words. There's Jessie Cornish, Joanna Levesque, Bridget Kelly, Olivia Teresa Longat, Ariana Grande, Butera, Emily Sandi, I think that's what her name is. Yeah, Emily Sandi, I think. Jordan Sparks Thomas, Ryan Destiny Irons, Darrell Tank Babs, Tiana Taylor Schumpert. Let's see her name. Oh yeah, Lomo, Megan Rochelle, Janae Aiko, Eric Bellinger Jr., and Elle Varner. While Norwood's vocals have been praised by several of her peers, including Natasha Bedingfield, Melissa Missy Elliott, Jennifer Hudson, Selena Johnson, Gladys Knight, Brian McKnight, Joe Scott, Angie Stone, Tamia, Ty Dolla $ign, whose real name is Tyrone William Griffith Jr., and Timor Braxton, among others. Additionally, on many occasions, Norwood has been thought of as a talented artist that music producers and songwriters have used to enhance their own artistic and creative energies. Sean Garrett credits the vocal work on the Full Moon album. The Full Moon album. Well, Sean Garrett's a songwriter. Well, for his approach to writing, and he starts saying that I take a lot from what Brandy and Ronnie did on the Full Moon album. I was extremely impressed with it, and I always tried to outdo that album. See, B. Slade, Anthony Williams, B. Slade, spoke of the album, commenting on the Full Moon single handily changed the vocal game. It has been the template for vocal choices and background vocal arrangements for years. R&B singer Melanie Fiona especially admired the singer's work on that album. Neo soul singer Idia Ari often cites the album, particularly the song "He Is," as the template for a wide array of singers. The oft praised local work on the album sparked the idea of Norwood gaining the subjective nickname the Vocal Bible. That's what you should call it. The Canadian R&B singer Keshia Shanti Harper credited the album for inspiring her writing for her album Night and Day, while the American singer Luke James referred to Full Moon as the Bible of 2000s contemporary. That's what it is, of 2000s contemporary R&B, calling it the blueprint of how to do vocals. Aphrodisiac has been credited as one of the predecessors of the alternative R&B subgenre in 2014. Music and Fashion, conversation with NPR singer and model Solange Piaget Knowles discussed the album, saying Brandy is really the foundation of a lot of this very innovative, progressive, experimental R&B. Brandy really influenced a lot of that. Frank Ocean, Christopher Christopher Francis Ocean will say it. Miguel will say it. In an interview with Malcolm Music, Miguel revealed that he was a huge fan growing up, stating that Brandy had killed it from the first album. American Neil Soul and singer Erykah Badu noted, yeah, Erykah Badu. Go ahead, Erykah Badu. Let's post a picture. Erykah Badu noted that her 1997 album Baduism was partly influenced by Norwood's debut album. The Barbadian singer Rihanna said of her 2007 album Good Girl Gone Bad, Brandy really helped inspire that album. What did she say? Who else said it? Brandy really helped inspire that album. I listened to Aphrodisiac every day while in the studio. Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child cited that Norwood, who also wrote and produced for her debut album, as one of the inspirations of her second studio album, Miss Kelly. 2007, musician John Frusciante, the guitarist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, cited Norwood as the main inspiration behind the guitar work on their album, their 2006 album. Well, Red Hot Chili Peppers had the album, so look at Red Hot Chili Peppers. They were already got featured on Paint the White House Black, the video, the video. Um, see, they said this. They said that they cited that Norwood is the main inspiration behind the guitar work, on the Red Hot Chili Peppers 2006 album. I think it's called Stadium Arcadium. It's called Stadium Arcadium. When discussing the work on her debut project, H.E.R., the singer H.E.R., H.E.R., I don't think it's a word. That's her name. H.E.R., whose real name was Gabriella Sarmiento Wilson, who worked with DJ Camper, who was a producer. Whose producer revealed that Brandy was a huge inspiration to her, and that her being inspired, Brandy impacted her musical output. No, Brandy had made her impact in the film and TV industry as well. She was the first African American to play the role of a Cinderella character, Her role as Cinderella inspired by many African American actors. Speaking on the role, Lauren Kiki Palmer said, she says, I feel the reason I'm able to do this, becoming the first African American Cinderella on Broadway, is definitely because Brandy did it on TV. Norwood's TV show Moesha on the United Paramount Network was one of the longest running black sitcoms of all time. On stage, Norwood made Broadway happy like this. No one made Broadway history. She made history in Broadway, along with Lana Gordon, who was a co-star in Broadway, by becoming the first black co-leads in 2017's Chicago the Musical. That's finished up. I can use that. There you go. Artistry. Artistry. Norwood possesses possesses the vocal range, contralto vocal range. Her voice has often been described as soft, raspy, and husky by the music critics. And Norwood herself, the music critic and Slant magazine writer Andrew Chan, describing that Norwood's uh, vocal tone is having an unusual mix of the warmth and cold, hard edges. He further describes her vocal quality by saying, like little else in pop music, singing Brandy's subtle manipulation of timbre and texture rewards closing listening. What is this? Texture rewards close listening. Her main claim of technical virtuosity has always been her long, cascading rips, a skill many R&B diehards revere her for. What is it? Norwood is also noted that for her own use of multi-track recording to create this intricate vocal arrangements and layering. Terry Sawyer of Pop Matters writes on this skill, remarking that while it's been said that Brandy's voice isn't exactly a barn burner, it's it's not mentioned enough that she does more than enough with what she's got nowadays. She never leaves her voice hanging in spotlit scarcity. Scarcity folding its variegated terracing, whispering out the lead track, shouting in the backup, and piling each song with enough interlocking sounds to create the tightly packed illusion of vocal massiveness in 2023. That's this year. That's this year. Rolling Stone ranked Brandy at number 193. At number 193. Yeah, 193. Uh, on its list of the 200 greatest singers of all time. See for Brandy, her see for Brandy, her initial sound was so street oriented, R&B based that incorporated the elements of hip hop and pop soul. Her lyrics kind of spoke of the various types of love from the casual and friendly uh, love to romantic and spiritual affairs. On her second album, Never Say Never, it was her second album after the self-titled one. She went for a more adult, contemporary oriented direction while maintaining a slight streetwise edge to it. Her Studio 3, her third studio album, Full Moon, saw Norwood and her then creative partner, Darkchild Rodney Jerkins, experiment with the blending her previous R&B sounds with the futuristic, forward thinking productions. The forward thinking productions, including influences of the of a two step garage and electro funk, like electro funk. Along with her style and her voice had gone through an evolution, with her light girlish voice becoming so much deeper, warmer, and smokier than it had been throughout the 1990s. The lyrics also reflected the change as the album explored more adult sexual topics and focused on both physical and emotional aspects of an intimate relationship. In 2004, her recent motherhood life experiences a growing affinity for British rock band Coldplay caused her to shift towards a more experimental vision for her fourth studio album, Aphrodisiac. The album, a collaboration with producers Timbaland, whose real name was Tim Mosley. Timbaland, whose real name was Tim Mosley, and Kanye West, utilized the distinctive ambient aesthetic, which fuses ambient pop, dub, and breakbeat soundscapes with progressive sampling methods. A 4-year hiatus and a few life-changing occurrences caused Norwood to return to the music industry in late 2008 with the album Human. That'll be her studio album. That's her fifth one, which discusses the topics of love, heartache, and honesty, experiencing a career and a personal rejuvenation in 2012. Norwood was eager to scale back on her previous album's pop style and return to R&B on her studio album, like the sixth one, her sixth studio album. That's number 6 right there, the studio album called 211. The album was a melding both of Norwood's R&B, 1990s R&B sound. Yeah, that's what Norwood does. Brandy does this sound, that 1990s sound, that 1990s R&B sound, that and this then that bass heavy trends of the post 2000s contemporary hip hop type of thing. What do you see this? There's one. Since the start of her career, Brandy has named Whitney Houston as her most prominent music and entertainment influence. Early in her career, she would often describe Houston as her quote unquote idol, crediting her voice, music, and performances as critical to her both personally and professionally. In a 2014 interview, Brandy stated that as a professional musician, in a 2014 interview, that's what Brandy said. She stated that as a professional musician, I would say that Whitney Houston is the greatest voice of all time. Or this, let me say this. Let me go. I gotta use that voice again. We reverb. As a professional musician, I would say that Whitney Houston is the greatest voice of all time. She elaborates, saying that she was always the idea for me. I wanted to be like her, sing like her, and do everything she was doing. Beginning in the late 1990s, Houston would evolve as a personal friend and mentor to Brandy, with Houston nicknaming herself, "Oh yeah, Norwood's godmother." What do you think that's gonna do? Brandy would do something else anyway by getting somebody else to be there to work her to the bone. Brandy would also name her father Willie. Brandy would also name her father Willie, Norwood Sr. as an instrumental. Was it? Oh yeah, vocal coach. She named her dad. She named her dad Willie as a vocal coach, as instrumental to her discovery and development as a musician. What did she exclaim to do? That her dad taught her everything that she knows about singing. About her dad's Brandy is stating that she grew up singing in the church with her dad, where he was the musical director, and we sang God, and they both sang gospel songs in a cappella, almost exclusively. He bought her this he bought her this 4 track his first 4 track tape recorder. At first, that while she did not like her own voice, but he would encourage her to embrace the unique qualities of her voice, even though that's why I don't want to do no more imitations of what Brandy was talking about. I'm done with that. While developing her own style and vocal sound, Brandy would credit gospel jazz singer Kim Burrell, New Age artist Enya, and English singer-songwriter Sade, Helen Adu, as major influences. It's speaking about them. She said like this. It was listening to those women along with my own creative voice that helped me to find my niche, my own sound. What's the Brandy was gonna say? Brandy has Brandy has also noted several other musical inspirations, including the likes of, you know, Michael Jackson, rest in peace, Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, the Clark Sisters, Stevie Wonder, Rita Franklin, rest in peace, Coldplay, Coldplay, Janet Jackson. Put a picture up. Janet Jackson, Timbaland, and her brother Ray J, to name a few. Yeah, her brother Ray J, to name a few. Over the course of her acting career, Brandy has noted the likes of Lucille Ball, rest in peace, Jennifer Lewis. Hoping to God that she's still alive. Gabrielle Union. I remember her from uh, Two Can Play That Game or whatever. I think she was doing commercials. The 10 Things I Hate About You. She was doing work on that movie. Niecy Nash. Yeah, I remember her from Reno 911. I remember her as the Reno Nevada sheriff's deputy um on the Reno 911 show. And Kim Fields, I remember her as the Tootie character on The Facts of Life from the 70s to the 80s. And she was in a Living Single show in the 1990s. So, as being the integral to her development as an actress and the discovery of her strength in comedic roles. Let's finish. Not finish with this now. That's enough of the shit. All right, that's enough of the personal. Enough about Brandy's personal life, uh, let alone artistry. You know, other ventures. Legacy, and impact. I'm finished with that. I got tomorrow coming. Um, I got tomorrow coming. I got tomorrow coming. I gotta do a live show based on the Sally Field issue of people. I gotta do a live show on that tomorrow. I'm about to be finished with this, guys. I'm about to be out, man. I'm about to go upstairs and play my. I'm gonna go upstairs and play going back upstairs. I'm gonna jump on back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm going back upstairs and jump back into the Assassin's Creed Syndicate game and kick some beef eater ass.